Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Dawson, and in this video we're going to be talking about TeddySwap, the new AMM stable swap DEX coming to Cardano this year, this quarter, right now. All right, we're going to talk about what it is, how they want you to use it, and what you can get from it, and then we're going to talk about what I think is going to be great about it and why I will probably be paying attention to it, paying attention to things like tokenomics and the Teddy token, and trying to earn some, maybe buying some when all that goes live. So let's just jump right into the platform. Now let's figure out what in the world it does, okay? This is the TeddySwap platform's website, and there's only, the D-app's not live yet. We have a little sneak peek at the UX UI. It's right here. This is how, when the platform goes live, this is how it's going to look and how it's going to work. This is currently a testing version, but you will have a swapping scenario where this will be like JED. Right now, they just have these test tokens. This will be like JED, and this will be like IUSD, and you just like swap between the two, or you swap ADA to a stable coin, stuff like that. Okay, so they'll have swapping, liquidity provisions, and then farming and order book of what you've done with your wallet. Okay, so this is the UI of the platform right here, basically really clean and simple, really similar to like MusliSwap, MinSwap. They all kind of look the same, but this is the UI. Now, if we go back to the website, there's only a couple things you need to know. First thing, I highly recommend everyone check out the light paper of this product. There is so much more that I'm going to explain in this video, like the math behind the invariant equation. The team members are fully doxed in the light paper. So there's a lot of things to check on the light paper. It takes like 5 minutes to read. If you're going to be invested in the TEDY token and the protocol itself, you might as well just go give it a read. It'll be good for you and good for them, okay? But I want to talk about two things that you're going to do on this platform if you're like me and you want to use it to its full capability. So first thing you're going to do is swap for stablecoin. So you can either swap stablecoin to stablecoin, or you can do things like swapping ADA for stablecoins. Okay, so basically they'll have like IUSD, JED, USDM, USDA, and you just swap between the coins, or maybe you think one's better than the other and you want to trade all your tokens that one. You can do that on this platform with very limited slippage, highly efficient, capital efficient, because it's all stable coins and are optimized with their liquidity for stablecoin swapping. That's not supposed to change in price. Now, the second thing you're supposed to do on this platform is provide yield. So an AMM automatic market maker DEX requires liquidity, it requires yield farmers, it requires dollars and tokens to be put and locked in the platform so that it has these huge pool reserves, and then people can make all these order book trades in and out of the reserves, and everyone has very, very small slippage and very, very high capital efficiency because there's so many funds in there. Now, with a stable coin liquidity provision, the price of the assets are not supposed to change, so it can get even tighter of a capital efficiency. Okay, so when you get on this platform and you provide, let's say, like a JED IUSD pair, you can provide liquidity to the platform and in return earn the TEDY token, which is essentially owning a part of this platform to earn revenue or earn percentage of the protocol itself. They go a little deeper right here talking about it. And we have the yield farming positions, which basically when you're farming with two stable coins, you really, really reduce that impermanent loss. There's almost no impermanent loss because stable coins are not supposed to change in value. So currently in Cardano on like MinSwap or MusliSwap or Wing Riders, wherever, you're providing an ADA Min pair or an ADA Milk pair or an ADA WR pair. And because ADA is changing price and other tokens trading price, you have impermanent loss. With stable coins, neither should change in price. So now you have no impermanent loss. Okay. This is highly efficient, and that they talk about that. And then the one thing I like, which we'll talk about when we get into the tokenomics, is the TeddySwap platform treats the TEDY token kind of as an equity-based token. So there's 100 TEDY tokens, which there's not. We'll talk about the tokenomics later, but there's 100% of all tokens. Then if you own 1%, you essentially own 1% of the revenue on the platform, is kind of how they explain it, because they will be doing buybacks of their own token. In the light paper, we can really quickly touch this again. We see the protocol objectives: increase capital efficiency of stable coins to bring increased value, provide fundamental infrastructure to utilize leveraging of stable coins. Stable coins also, to touch on this is not what they're talking about, but you can leverage stable coins in leverage positions. So currently on like ADA Finance, we don't have a huge stablecoin ecosystem, but if we have more stable coins, we can do easier leveraging and shorting with stablecoins. Okay. So then the third thing, offer attractive conservative yield option to community members with low slippage and reduce impermanent loss risk. So that's basically TeddySwap. There's only on an AMM DEX stablecoins or not, there's only a couple things you can do. You swap tokens or you provide liquidity, and then some of them have like a third other feature, right? But there's only two major things that you do, and that's what you do. So that's TeddySwap. Without the protocol being out, we can't really dive into how it works and look at it some more, but we can do that in a later video when it does release. Some other information we can provide behind TeddySwap is that they're in collaboration with Saturn Labs. Now, go check out Saturn Labs on your own, but they have a big lineup of people behind them. I haven't done a whole lot of research on Saturn Labs, but I do know about Aneta Bitcoin. I know about ErgoPad. I know about Tozy Drop. I know about TeddySwap, and I know about Cardano Foundation. This is a big lineup of people, so that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with what I'm getting into with TeddySwap. Also, if you want to check out their team, it's right here. These four people look to be the main people building, so please go check out their GitHub if you're able to read, Plutus code better than I do, all right? That was the value part of what Teddy provides. They provide that capability for users to use Cardano for what it needs to be used for, have a safe haven for where to go for, like, if you make ADA gains, you might want to put it in a stable coin to have a breathing period and keep those profits. You might want to have a functional place to have something like a real US dollar pegged asset that you can go buy things with, right? That's the value that this provides to Cardano. It allows you to trade ADA for stables, trade other things for stables, trade stables between stables. It provides that safe haven value that we're all looking for. Some risks with the platform would be like, you need to worry about the underlying stablecoin that you're using. So it's not TeddySwap's problem, but if you're using like JED or if you're using IUSD, you need to value those separately, understand their risk, and understand how their algorithm or collateralization works. Then for TeddySwap's risk, you need to worry about the stable coins on their platform being audited. I don't see anything about any audits, but I'm sure hopefully they will get audited. Something to watch out for is an audit on their smart contracts, audit on their platform, and then kind of their tokenomics and what they do as a company. How are they interacting with their community? What are the vibes you're getting? Stuff like that. All right. So you need to worry about TeddySwap smart contract risk as well. And, just their company as a company. Do you like the company and do you like the product when you get using it? In order to wrap this video up, I want to talk about the utility of the Teddy token and the utility of the tokenomics. Okay, so there's two big things when you're going to invest into a project is like, what kind of value and what problem does this product solve? And do I like the product? Do I get in the product and like what I'm seeing, like what I'm using? Do I like the team? Do I like how I've interacted with them online? Stuff like that. All these things like character assessments and stuff like that. Then it's like, when I'm giving them ADA or when I'm giving them US dollars, what am I getting out of it? Why would I want to hold their token? Why would I want to hold their proposition? What's in that for me? What's in it for me to give them $1? That's how you think about it from an investment position. And that's what we're going to talk about, the Teddy utility. Okay, so there's two things that their Teddy token is going to be used for: buybacks and governance. So right here, they have the buyback section. TeddySwap protocol will implement a standard trading fee of 0.1%, solely used for buyback treasury. Each quarter, revenue of TeddySwap protocol will be used to buy and burn Teddy tokens in the open market. Each time a Teddy token is bought and burned, the total number of outstanding Teddy tokens, so the supply of Teddy, will decrease. Now, if you own 1% today, that could be 10% in 3 years if they burn enough tokens, right? So that's how you got to think about this. So there will be, technically they have like price inflation because of that, not supply inflation, but price inflation as, the token becomes scarcer. Then you can also have, DAO and governance and designing and, taking action on how you want the protocol to be. Okay, so TeddySwap's a DEXAMM, where holders of Teddy determine the future of the protocol. Protocol is designed to allow for adjustments. Teddy tokens represent 100% governance and revenue sharing stake of the protocol. So like we talked about earlier, if you have 100% of all TeddySwap tokens right now, which is 5 billion, that's their max supply, that's 100%. Whoever owns all of that earns all of the revenue of the platform. Now, TeddySwap is going to give a lot of it out to the Cardano community. So the Cardano community is effectively going to own the revenue of this platform, which is huge. Okay, that's how real companies in the real world work with stocks and IPOs. And that's what I like to see crypto moving towards. The tokenomics of the protocol are right here. Total of 5 billion Teddy in circulation, with that amount being decreased via buybacks of the tokens over time. All right, so we're going to have 72.5% going to yield farming. So if you're providing that stablecoin to stablecoin yield position, you will earn TEDY. So those who get in year one are going to earn the most amount of yield and get the most returns. Year two, it'll be less. Year three, it'll be less, etc. That's how yield farming works. The second 10% is going to the team. That's a really good number. It's a low, good quality number. The DAO is going to get 5%. Developer fund, 5%. Initial NFT offering. This is like when their protocol goes live, they're going to sell NFTs and say, okay, if you want some TEDY, we'll reserve it for you. You just buy this NFT and then you get X amount of TEDY. That's how that works. So this is basically like a public sale. Okay, so this kind of goes with the yield farming as part of the consumer amount. Liquidity bootstrapping, 2%. That's fine. Initial stake pool offering, 0.5%. So you got to figure out what stake pools that they're going to be with that you can stake to in order to earn that. That's also community basically. And then marketing airdrops will be 0.5%. This is a very, very, very good distribution. This is a really good distribution, right in line with MinSwap's distribution. Very community focused. And as far as the community, actually, you have 72.5 plus a half, so you're at 73. Then if you take this one right here, you're at 77.5%. So over 75% of the tokens are going to the community. That is huge. Okay, so 75% of the ownership of the platform is going to be Cardano based. Going off of the tokenomics, we have the yield farming emissions, and they say every year for the first 6 years, the emissions of the yield farming is going to be cut in half. There will be right here it says yield emission can be adjusted up or down 25% based on a given emission period. So if they don't, say they don't have like enough liquidity provided, they can up their emissions by 25% in order to get more people attracted into liquidity. If their liquidity is like they're saturated, they have so many people who are providing liquidity, they can drop it by 25% and save some TEDY. All right, but this is like a great range of only 25% to be changed. But every 6 years, it's going to be decreased in half as far as yield farming emissions. So you really want to get in year one. That's where all the money is going to be made if you're looking to hold long term and make money off this protocol. Okay, but that's right here. You can go check this out. This curve. It says going to have every 6 years, and at the end it'll have tail emissions down here. But that is TeddySwap. That is the platform. Really interesting protocol, really interesting value proposition that they plan to provide to Cardano with the stablecoin, ecosystem and swapping and yield farming, a safe haven for money, basically. Then they also have really great tokenomics and a great revenue utility thing behind their token. So I personally want to invest in things that make my money worthwhile, right? So if I own some tokens, I want it to represent a part of the platform. That's how it is in stocks, and it should be the same way in crypto. If I own 10 tokens of Cardano, efficiently I own a certain percent of the Cardano ecosystem, right? So that's how I like to see these protocols work, and especially with the buybacks and the revenue sharing of the platform. I really like those tokenomic fundamentals, okay? As the protocol comes out, I'll have to use the protocol and see, like, is this something I enjoy using? But so far, it's looking pretty good. Now, we will need to see stable coins come to life on Cardano. We will need JED and IUSD and USDM and USDA in order for a platform like this to be worthwhile. But I'm if those things are going to have to come out if Cardano wants to succeed anyway. So TeddySwap looks like a really awesome platform to use. I really like that they're just kind of, I get these muesli swap vibes from. I get the vibe that they're just building and punching the clock and putting things out there. They're being open about who they are. They're being open about what they want to do. And I think they've taken some ideas of what has come out in Cardano currently, and then they're pushing those out at the better version. It's kind of like version 2 of some of the DApps we've seen come out. So I really like what they're doing. I like that they're putting tech first. They're building right now. They're putting their team out there. They're putting great tokenomics out there. They're sharing equity and revenue, and then they're building this cool protocol that we actually need. So I like all these things. I will keep monitoring the team. I'll keep monitoring their socials. I'll monitor how I feel about them. I'll monitor what, the platform does. Are they late on anything? Do they keep pushing things back? When the protocol comes out, how does it feel? How does it work? How does it use? Do I enjoy it? Okay. And then I might take a position in one of the yield farming things to earn that yield. And I might even just invest in TEDY itself. But overall, that is the platform. Stablecoin swapping, stablecoin liquidity, TEDY tokenomics. Those are the 3 things you need to know about them so far about TeddySwap. Going to be a lot more videos to come soon. Once the platform goes live, we'll do another video showing off the protocol, showing off the great features about it. But that is the video. It's really simple, not too hard to understand. Just an AMM DEX for stablecoins, okay? If you like the video, please drop us a like and subscribe. We are pushing to build this channel as hard and fast as possible, and we appreciate every single one of you that's watching and subscribing. Have any comments or want to talk crypto, DM me on Twitter or put a comment down below and I will get back to you. Other than that, God bless, have a safe weekend, have a safe week, work hard out there, and stay motivated.